From the studios of Tucson Business RadioX, recorded in the Stewart Title corporate offices on Broadway, you are now listening to The Mark Bishop Show. And now here's your host, Mark Bishop.
Well, the coronavirus crisis has upended daily life for millions of Americans, and over 82% of workers say that they're more worried about financial issues than what they are about their health. More than half of American workers have seen their hours reduced, and even before the crisis, 78% of workers were living paycheck to paycheck. To help provide relief during this time, PayActiv, the leading provider of employee earned wage and tip access, has waived its fees, very kind of them, until further notice. And this is to help workers access their earned wages instantly. I'm fortunate to have the founder and CEO of PayActiv on the line with me this morning, Safwan Shah. Hi there, Safwan. Welcome.
Thank you. Delighted to be here.
Tell us about your earned wage access solution for American workers, would you?
Yes. So we are a technology platform that gives workers instant access to earned but unpaid wages and tips in real time. So when you're going paycheck to paycheck on the halfway through the pay cycle, if you need money, you can get access to it instantaneously. For the employers, also it has a great value because it lifts the morale of the employees and it doesn't impact the cash flow of the business.
It sounds like about due. Its time has been coming for a long time. So how does the earned wage access platform actually work?
So businesses, first of all, have to sign up with the company. We don't sell directly to consumers. So when a business has signed up with us, we give employees get a mobile app that they can download from the Google or Apple store. And in that app, they can see exactly how much money they have earned up to that point, because we have access to time and attendance and data from the employer. So when an employee sees how much they've already earned, so if they have $500 that they've earned, they can access a portion of that instantaneously. And because of this reason, it's earned wages. It's not a loan, and there is no interest rate on it. It's very simple. Download an app. You see how much you've already earned and access that.
Okay, so this is how you're helping the workers that are hardest hit on this crisis, those on the front lines. How does this help them? Just to be able to immediately secure funds? Is that it, basically?
It is. It's a lifeline. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that means your expenses and your earnings are very tightly aligned. So in tiny shock, tiny change, for instance, COVID-19 is a massive change. You are now looking for small dollar amounts more frequently because the higher expenses, maybe the household has more people in it now, kids are back from school, so on and so forth. So if they need small amounts of money, the alternative is horrific, right? It could be a payday loan, it could be a late fee, an overdraft fee, and so forth. So it is literally a lifeline for these workers because they access what they've already earned and they don't get into deeper debt.
So tell me, what sets PayActiv apart from others offering similar services in the marketplace?
The big difference is the multitude of ways to get access to the money. For instance, they can get it as on a Visa card. They can get it in their bank account. They can even in a situation where they need cash, they can pick it up as cash in a partnership that we have with Walmart. And so that is the biggest difference. Another difference that also sets us apart is you don't need to always take money as cash or electronically on a card. You can also pay your bills through the same app. So if you are in a situation where you must pay a bill, we have 84,000 billers connected right then and there, point and click away.
Well, I was going to ask you next, who are your business partners and your biggest customers? I know you've increased something like 200% increase week over week. I mean, that's amazing. So who are the big ones now?
So we have So Walmart is a user of earned wage access with PayActiv for more than 2 years. That's the largest employer in the world by a margin. And we have 1,000 other businesses. Almost 400 of them are senior living, healthcare workers. Lots of them are delivery and retail type businesses. So we have a pretty large footprint, over 1,000 businesses. As far as partnerships are concerned, we partner with all the major payroll and time and attendance companies because we are a B2B business. So ADP, world's largest payroll provider, Paycheck, which provides payroll to small businesses, and many other companies are our partners to make this possible.
So as a matter of interest, why did you partner with Paycheck, and how do you complement each other?
Yeah, Paycheck is a very new partnership that we announced. It has been in the works for some time. So Paycheck serves the small businesses in America. They do 1 in 12 payroll in the U.S. and 670,000 small businesses. At this time, during COVID, those are the hardest hit employers in the country. So it was a very complementary partnership. They do payroll, we do real-time payroll. Together, we do pay on demand. So that is symbiotic.
So what does it mean then to be a public benefit corporation, and why do you think that's important, Safwan?
I think it is about having a compass. So every company, I believe, seeks to do good, strives to do good. In our case, we have it in our articles of incorporation. That's what a public benefit corporation has. And then we are also a certified B Corp, which means that a third party, the B Corp, is actually validating our commitment to mission and public benefit.
So there are charges, and I guess this is with the business. Are they reasonable charges to the businesses to help the workers?
So we don't charge an interest. Yeah, exactly. We don't charge an interest. It's costs zero to the employer, and it can cost zero to the employee if they use our Visa card. So you can actually use PayActiv without paying a cent. And if it is without using our card, then it's $1 a day. When you use it, it's not like every day.
Well, this is very good information for people to find out more. They need to go to payactiv.com. Is that correct? www.payactiv, just the ACTIV.com. That's the address?
That is correct. That is correct. It's PAYACTIV without any, payactiv.com.
You sort of had an interesting background yourself, Safwan. Your background really, acquisition of Infonox Payments Company, you've founded lots of different things before, but you've been an entrepreneur really by accident. How did that come about?
I always say that I'm an engineer by choice and by training, but an entrepreneur by accident. I think it was because I spent too many years in college or university or school, and when you come out with a PhD, you're 5 years or 4 years behind all your peers. They're all doing well, and you may have a ponytail and no money. So that is why I had no choice but to take a different route. And that's how I became an entrepreneur, hence an entrepreneur by accident.
That sounds like a good name for a book, you know. One of your stints, I think, was a rocket scientist at NASA Center, where a number of your experiments were part of the space program. And besides science and entrepreneurship, you've also taught at the Haas School of Business, UC Berkeley, and Baskin School of Engineering at UC Santa Cruz. You're a graduate of the distinguished Stanford Executive Program back in 2009 and an MS PhD from UC Boulder. You're a clever fellow. So what's the next genius thing you're going to do? Tell me.
I will keep doing what I'm doing until more lower-income people in America are in a better place. This is my calling for the rest of my life.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Now, PayActiv, where do you see this going now over the next couple of years?
So when you originate or start a new category, which is what earned wage access is, if you type in earnedwageaccess.com, you really end up at PayActiv. When you create a new category, which is really a blind spot that has existed thus far, that somehow you have to wait 2 weeks or a month to get paid. In a real-time world, it doesn't belong there anymore. If you're earning, you should be able to access what you've already earned if you need it, right? So in that sense, the first goal was to figure out, does it help the end user when they can access money a little more in real time? And it turns out that a typical lower income person in America was paying $200 a month in various fees and penalties. When they get access to money in a more timely fashion, they don't have to pay those fees and penalties, which is like almost a stimulus at an individual level. Your purchasing power increases by almost $200 a month, which is 7.5% of their salary if they're making $3,000 a month. So this whole category creation has taught us so much about how they need to be helped to save money, what kind of products they need. So that's the next step for us. Serve them better.
Right. Amazing. Well, I would have thought of this as the other way, Safwan. Easy access every day, nothing left at the end of the period. But when you explained it the way you just did, boy, you're actually saving money. That's pretty ingenious. All right, my friend, Safwan Shah, ladies and gentlemen, the co-founder and CEO of PayActiv, doing a marvelous job for Australian workers, getting earned wages, in fact, into the hands of workers immediately. All right, offering free access to earned wages on demand during this very unprecedented period we're going through. Thank you, Safwan. Good luck with the company.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye now.